On the news this evening, Governor Wike announces plan to enact anti-open grazing law. Students of River State College of Health Sciences continue protest over poor learning condition. INEC announces dates to conduct Ekiti Osun governorship elections. In sports, gunmen abduct Rivers United coach Stanley Eguma. On the foreign team, President Vladimir Putin and Joe Biden meet for the first time as presidents. I am Enoh Ogbevire. River State Governor Enoh has announced a plan to enact anti-open grazing law in the state. The governor said he will send a bill to the House of Assembly as assembly workers are back to work. He spoke during the commission of 2 streets in New GRA in Port Harcourt. The governor also called for prayers following the economic and security challenges in Nigeria. The River State House Assembly has intervened in the crisis rocking Bonny. Recall that Bonny and Finima community members had an altercation during a protest challenging NLNG to recognize Finima community as a host community. An APC chieftain in River State, Lawrence Chuku, has questioned the position of the governor that the security of the nation is solely the responsibility of the president. In an interview with our correspondent, he wondered how Governor Wike was able to direct security agencies to effect a curfew in the state if he's not in charge.
In River State, the governor keep making this statement that it is as if the security is sole responsibility of the president and the federal government. So let me ask him, all the curfews he has been imposing on the people of River State, from the president, he imposes these curfews, uses the security to implement them. If all that was done in the local government area with the security agents, he didn't take the permission from the president. He did it because he's the chief security officer, and both the army, police, navy, everybody obeyed him. So why can't he also implement that in other areas?
He also said governors should not only claim to be the chief security officers of their states when they want to collect security votes.
The issue of security is for everybody, whether you're the president, the governor. Yes, I agree that the president, the federal government have more role to play in security. But the state governors too have roles to play. What do they do with their security votes? It is when it is time to collect humongous amount for security votes, they will know that they are governors, that they are chief security officers of the state, just for collection of huge amounts of money every month. What do they use the money for? It is term security votes. So what do they use the money for?
Recall that yesterday, Governor Enoh Wike said the President, Muhammadu Buhari, should stop shifting his responsibility as Commander-in-Chief of the nation.
You have said the security issues is not in the state. How about now, President? Not be so. The Constitution didn't say that. Who is the Commander-in-Chief? Are we the governor that Commander-in-Chief? We are not Commander-in-Chief. Mr. President, you are the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You appoint IG. You appoint Chief of Army Staff. You appoint Chief of Naval Staff. You appoint Director D. Which one do we appoint? CP, I don't appoint. Director here, no be me. Commander here, no be me. Which one again you say they are under me? Allow us now to pick who will be CP for ourselves, to pick who will be in charge of SSF. Then you will see whether it will be the same thing.
Students of the River State College of Health Sciences in Port Harcourt today continued their protest over lack of social amenities, poor sanitation and inadequate infrastructure. The students who shut the gate of the school to staff said they're going to continue the protest until the issues raised are addressed by the state government.
And every year, they are bringing in more people into the environment, and they are not even taking care of them, which is very bad. So that is why we are still angry and we are still protesting. Like today, they have come with the ladder that they want to do. Like we don't know whether it's 1 week they want to give us lights, and they will take it.
Since the school is a health institution, we really need all the facilities to be complete in order to facilitate our learning system.
Some female students living in the hostel said they spend up to 12,000 hours treating infections and malaria due to the poor sanitary condition of their hostels.
This place is very, very bad. The toilet everywhere. Like, if you go to the bathroom like this, sometimes when you go, you see snakes inside the bathroom. The place is messed up, bad. I need to come to the second floor and see the way the toilet is. This place, this one, you are not saying the second floor is very worse. Infection is killing us here. Perhaps you are paying 25,000 for hostel per person. 28,000 is bad.
Our correspondent who visited the school this morning reports that there is no proper waste disposal. A mother of three is calling for justice after the youth chairman of Isiodu community in Enoh local government area, Ezebonwa Obisike, assaulted her. Suma Evans, who hails from Bakana, said youth in the community locked up her shops and put charms around it after accusing her of reporting one Mama K to ASPAC and requested 5,000 naira to investigate the allegation and would refund her if the allegation was false. She said after meeting to deliberate on the allegation, she was not refunded the money even after they found out that the allegation was untrue.
Today I come see the AC. I say, Shaman, I been no vessel. As when I don't find that say the thing one of them talk. Say I don't follow for the matter. Say all my 5,000 I go be married and buy drugs for my pikin. Now he started to beat me up. He naked me. I don't get where to enter my children. Hence they don't throw me and my children things for outside. As I talk to with you now, they carry you to cover my house. My door they open, my television, everything they for inside my parlor. My generator they for outside, everything. I don't get anybody. So I say my content government make them help me. Don't know how could they fight this matter.
Ms. Evans also told our correspondent what happened when she went to report the matter to the police.
I go to Choba division. They say na kidnapping case. Say I go anti kidnapping for Rupako. I go. They ask me about 10 and finish. They say make I bring money. I say I no get money. They say if I no get money, say they no go fit do the case. Make I bring money so that I no go fit write and doctor report. I go treat myself. I say I no get money to treat myself. They say if I no get money, say I go human rights.
Responding to the allegation, youth chairman of Isiodu community Ezebonwa Obisike denied, saying Mrs. Soma Evans was fined 5,000 naira for inviting ASPAC members from Ogbevire to Isiodu community in a matter she had with another woman that the community youths would have settled. The chairperson of the African Child Committee in Rivers State, Grace Ajebo, says children are not safe as they used to be in the country due to the failure of members of the society to look after each other. She spoke on the World Day of the African Child.
Apparently, the economy of this country took a downturn at some point, and childbearing went up. So you see that people spend more time out of the house, away from the children, trying to make up, augment for whatever their resources are. And the times when the characters of children should have been formed is now limited. We don't have very functional institutions. The family is an institution, is failing or has failed. Now parents do not pay attention to moral values because everybody wants to be woke, everybody wants to be a trendy parent.
The theme for this year's Day of the African Child is Making Africa Fit for Children. You're listening to the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Still ahead, INEC announces dates to conduct Ekiti Osun governorship elections. Stay tuned.
You no longer have to miss any moment of the action. Listen to us from anywhere in the world. Download the Nigeria Info FM app from your app store. Tap the menu bar on the top left corner of your screen, select Port Hackers, and listen to your number one news, talk, and sports radio station. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Thank you for staying tuned. The Ekiti State governorship election will hold this Saturday, while the Osun State governorship election will hold later on July 16. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu made the announcement today. He said the Commission is preparing to conduct the remaining off-season and of-tenure elections ahead of the 2023 general elections. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has cautioned all pilots in the country over severe thunderstorms and other hazardous weather conditions which hamper flight operations, especially during the rainy season. According to the agency, the warning is a follow-up to the advisory circular addressed to all pilots and airline operators and signed by the Director General of NCAA, Captain Musa Nuhu. And CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele says Nigeria will record about 35% cut in its import bill in the first quarter of 2022. He spoke yesterday in Abuja while receiving a delegation led by the Governor of the CBN of Gambia, Mr. Boa Saidi. Mr. Emefiele also said Nigeria is ready to print the Gambian currency Dalasi for the West African country. In entertainment, a magistrate court in Lagos has denied bail to embattled Nigerian actor James Omiyika, popularly known as Baba Ijesha, in the ongoing trial of a sexual assault. During the trial today, Kayode Olabiran said the controversial nature of the case has made it difficult for intended sureties to secure a bail for the actor. But in his ruling, the judge, P.E. Waka, held that the court cannot grant the actor bail because the matter is beyond its jurisdiction. The actor was arrested and detained by the Lagos State Police after he was alleged to have sexually molested a minor at age 7 and 14. In sports, Rivers United manager Stanley Eguma has been abducted by gunmen. According to The Punch, Eguma was abducted along Enoh Road with 2 of his personal assistants on his way back from a Nigerian Professional Football League game against Adamawa United in Yola. A source told The Punch that they are waiting to hear officially from the club's management. Eguma is the second MPFL coach to be kidnapped after Abdullahi Bifo in 2 years. In international news, Russian President Vladimir Putin says U.S. President Joe Biden is different than Donald Trump. This is the first meeting between both presidents. Putin, however, criticized the U.S. for its gun violence, saying there are killings every day on the streets of America. He then went on to hit out against human rights, alleging that there were secret CIA prisons across the globe where people are tortured. President Putin also said that Russia and the U.S. will explore changes to the recently extended New START Arms Control Treaty. On the news this evening, you heard Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has announced a plan to enact anti-open grazing law in the state. Students of the Rivers State College of Health Sciences have continued their protest over poor learning and sanitary conditions. INEC has announced dates to conduct Ekiti and Osun governorship elections. In sport, gunmen have abducted Rivers United coach Stanley Eguma. On the foreign scene, you heard that Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Joe Biden have met for the first time as presidents. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Contact our newsroom on 0818-90-00017. Rainfall continues into the night, and that's our package. Thank you for listening. My name is Enoh Ogbevire. Good evening.